Alright, old man. I know when you were here last I was talking about making a new tabletop for it. As you can see, it's a new one because I don't have the grooves cut in it right here for my sled that is right there. I have to recut those grooves, but before I do it I think I'm going to try to go back to Woodcraft Hawaii and get the little channels that I can put right in there and call it a day. The old tabletop, if you check out my other video, was flush with the rail, and when you got to clamp something down on top of it, it made it real hard because all of the clamps would tuck underneath it and you could never clamp just straight down. So I wanted to extend it a good bit, so it's got a good 3-inch overhang now, so that when I clamp stuff down it's just straight to it. So like when I put my fence up here, which I have to remake because now it's too small, I can just pull it to the edge and clamp together, and it's such a better clamp. It makes it so much faster as well. I like it a lot, but then I'm going to make the next one out of poplar instead of this pine because I have a whole bunch of it that I got from old pallets that's really thick, almost 2 inches thick. Then I wanted a little bit more storage for obviously all of my jigs, so I got my sled in here, my 2 boxes that I use when I use the miter saw, my right angle for the miter saw if I want to do a 45, and then my router sled as well. And then obviously I have enough room for my new fence. Couldn't remember what it is. The newest addition to the tool pile is this porta cable. On Memorial Day they had a sale, so I bit the bullet and got it. I'm so happy. It really made building this shelf a lot easier when it came time to putting those supports in there and hold them in place so I could screw them in. I just tacked them in with the nail gun and called it a day. Made it real simple. I think the next thing is probably to get rid of this really heavy particle board to save on weight now that I have so many tools in there, and then add a support angle iron underneath right there in the center so it doesn't bow so bad in the middle when it's got all that weight. Yeah, that's it for now. When I put this tabletop on there, it was kind of rough getting the shims in. I don't know if it's focusing good enough for that. It's kind of bright out here, but I shimmed the middle because it sagged so much, and now it is perfectly flat. I'm just gonna probably go buy that really 1/8 inch thick like whiteboard stuff so it's extremely smooth. And then when I'm doing things, I just get a dry erase marker and write on it, and then just wipe it off when I'm done. It'll make it really easy and really slick. And I'm just going to buy the entire sheet and just set it down on top of it, and then just raise the blade up through it, and that's how I'll make that happen. When you got to do a 45, I just don't know how I'm going to do that section of it yet. I'll get there. This is a really cheap table saw, so it's real thin. If I could pick that up, it wouldn't be that bad. It's really thin, so I can't do a 0 clearance throat to put in there because it's so thin. If somebody's got an idea on how to do that and could share that with me, it would be greatly appreciated, and I would attempt to make it. Until then, or until I get better with my new router and router table, I'm gonna just put that piece of material on top of here and then try to countersink it to where I can just screw it down and then take it off if I need to do anything of that nature. But if I don't need to cut a 45 or nothing, there's no need. Well, let me see if I can back up all the way, but that's the new table.